Now, Tasumi told Mirai about a hot springs where they can see dead people, which Mirai actually thought of seeing Asuma for the first time, but he actually dismissed it as a hoax. But after careful thinking and actually having some thoughts, she actually thought she wanted to see Asuma, but she has to be back by morning. So she decided to accompany Tasumi for the trip. So they actually headed over to this resurrected hot springs. So they actually went to the hot springs and they actually thought of something when they actually going to ask them an important questions. But which Tatsumi wants to say sorry to her mother after a fight actually broke out between the two of them, in which they actually have a fork in the road, which a person just came from the resurrected hot springs, and she actually showing them the way to it, in which we seen all the other people who wanted to see their late relatives. So they actually waited for another two to show up, and luckily they did. And the attendants actually show them the way to the hot springs, in which they actually meet Lord Ryuki as he telling them about the hot springs that allow them to see their relatives. But Mirai actually asked Ryuki about how he performed it. He actually told her that he actually performed the resurrected hot springs is with the reanimation jutsu, which Mirai actually heard about. Mara Uchiha used that technique to make undead soldiers, in which he actually did it after the meanwhile before the Great War. So they decided to go to the hot springs and they met their relatives. And Satsumi went to the hot springs to meet her mother Asami, and it's actually Mirai's turn after she tells Ryuki her father's name, and we see a little reference which we see Ryuki holding up a ring that actually has the jashin symbol of it. And when Mirai went to the hot springs, she saw Asuma for the first time. Now we've seen Tasumi and Mirai are actually headed to the hot springs where they can see their dead relatives. Now we did see a reference of the Jashin symbol, which is the same symbol that has Hidan to use his voodoo form. Now, honestly, I think we're seeing a pattern there when Ryuki actually reacted to Asuma's name. So we're actually going to find out what's really going on in this hot springs on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy Jordan here saying sign out. Laters!